Hey there, Brian Rooney from Scorpio Marketing Group. In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own banners. Now, there are programs out there that can create banners for you. Some are free, some are you have to pay for. But I found when I was using these when I first started affiliate marketing that especially the free ones, were very generic. You didn't have much control over what you could do. And I found the paid ones were probably overpriced for what you get. So I started playing around with some really, really basic tools, namely a spreadsheet and a couple of other tools, which I'll show you. And I started creating my own. So what that does is it gives you basically free license to do what you want. You are in total control of how you want it to look, what pictures you add, what wording you add, absolutely everything. So that's what I like about it. And you can just keep playing around with it until you're happy with what you've got and then save it. So as you can see here, I'm in a spreadsheet. I'm just going to move a couple of things here for a second. I'm in a spreadsheet that what I basically do is I sort of divide it up into sort of small sections. And the reason I do that is because it helps get the size of the banner a wee bit more accurate. Even though we're going to resize it, we want it as close as possible so we don't get it too distorted when we save it. Okay, so here's a couple that I've made up recently. This one here I did yesterday, so I'm just going to clear it and show you how I turned that into this here. All right, so basically for a start, we need to delete all the words. We'll turn that all into black. We will delete that. Just move that out of the way at the moment. Now, as you can see, I have some squares which are that have been merged and centered. So we need to unmerge that. Oops. And that one that one's good. They're all unmerged. And just make sure we turn all that black again. Okay, so we basically have a blank canvas. Now, to give you an idea, here is a normal 468 by 60 banner that I copied. So as you can see, that's what we want to get. And if you see this one down here, it's not far away. So I basically just have one of those sitting there, so I'm sort of close with my dimensions, and as you can see, it sort of fits in with these squares here. So basically, and I make this black background purposely so that when we do copy it, we get the right colors in the background. We don't have bits of white showing, etc., etc. So that's what I do. You can have this any color you like, but then of course whatever color you use as a background here, you need to make sure that your words and pictures, etc., show up effectively. Okay, so let's start. So I quite like this picture, so I'm basically for here, because I've used it before, I can just copy it and paste it. So basically you would get a photo that you wanted. You don't have to include a photo. You can have it all words if you want. You don't even have to have the click here or anything. You can just have all words. This is the beauty of it. You can design this any way you like. Personally, I like a small photo and I like a call to action, but this is entirely your choice. So what I did then is I put this one here. So as you can see, I have merged and centered by clicking this button here, merge and center. And I have typed free sales funnel. And then we need to make it a bit bigger. Let's see what fits in. That was 20, and we'll just move that picture away. That's why it's not looking good. Okay, free sales funnel. Then the words underneath, so we need to merge and center that as well. And type in for the shiny ball miracle, and that's the perfect size at the moment. So I like to change the colors around a little bit as well, just to make it more visually appealing. So we'll make that the bright green. And then the last one is we need to merge and center that one and type in increase sign-ups and commissions. And obviously that's typing in black at the moment, so we need to change that to white. Make it bold. And I want to change it. I quite like this font. The font is Black Ops 1. I quite like that at the moment. And we'll take that down so it fits in. Okay, so that all fits in there quite nicely. And then if you want to put this button in, entirely up to you. If you weren't going to include this button, or if you weren't going to include this picture, then obviously you, instead of just having a small amount merged, you would merge a much larger area and make the fonts bigger so it all fits in and looks, nice and even. So, but I do like putting these in, so I'm going to click here. I made the background yellow before, so we'll do that again. And the writing was red. And then what we do is, the easiest way I've found is to merge and center that and click on up here, wrap text, and you'll see why. Because when I start typing, and make that bigger, that was supposed to be red, make it bold, and then when you make it bigger, it will fit in like that, see? Perfect. Okay, so pretty much as simple as that. So now we have a banner, and we need to take a screenshot of it. Now I use a program, it's actually the program I'm using to record the video, so I can't show you on this exact video how I do that, but there will be a link under this video to show you how I have taken a screenshot, so you can learn from that. So it's called, it's this one here, it's called, no, it's not that one, it's called this one, Ice Cream Screen Recorder. You can use any other program you want, as long as you can record certain areas. So obviously when I did it, you'll see on the video when you watch it later, I just click on Ice Cream Recorder and select a certain area, and I just basically scan the area and save it. So the reason as I said before, I have this big black background is that when I copy it, I copy just a fraction outside of everything, so it gives me a border in the right colors. So this will give me a nice black border, it will show all black. If I was to copy starting in here, part of it would be yellow, part of it would be a bit of white, and it gets all mixed up. So I leave a bit of a gap. So just a small amount higher and wider than what is actually what you're actually seeing here, and you'll see that in the other video. Okay, so the two other programs I use to record, apart from Ice Cream Recorder, is the first thing we need to do is we need to resize it. Once we've screenshot it and saved it to the desktop or to a folder, wherever you want to save it, you need to resize it to the exact amount, because some traffic exchanges, some of their software is fairly picky, and it will pick up if you're just a fraction outside of the 468 by 60 size and reject it. So I use a program called Image Resizer, very straightforward, and I will have these links to these programs down below as well. So Image Resizer, so you click on, I'm a member, I think you can do some of it, I'm pretty sure, it is free, but I am a member, so it just allows me to save a whole lot of images, but I'm pretty sure you can do it for free. So click on Image Resizer and then select Image. So I already took a screenshot of this one before. So I have all my banners that I've created, quite a few of them. Shiny ball, it was this one here. Okay, so that is the one that I created before and took a screenshot of. So now you can see there it's got sort of like a little black border around the outside. So it looks nice and even. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to come over to the left hand side and you need to uncheck lock aspect ratio and uncheck background fill, and then we simply change our sizes. So as you can see here, even though it was close to 468 by 60, it's actually a wee bit bigger. So you simply click on 468 by 60. And the reason we're able to do them individually is because we unchecked that lock. Had I left it, I'll show you, had I left that like that, and I made that 500, you can see it's changed both, which we don't want to do. Put that back to 460, even 468 to 60. We need to change that. Okay, so that's why we uncheck that. So we need to make it 468 by 60. Scroll down and click on Resize Image. This is so simple, it's not even funny. And then we download it. Takes 2 seconds. And there it is there. So open it up again. There is your brand new, properly sized image, banner. So what I do is I click on Save As. And I replace this one here because now this one is the right size. The other one wasn't the right size. So I save it to exactly the same name. It'll tell me I've already had it. So yes, I want to replace it. You may not have to go through parts of this, but so that bit's saved. All right. So now what we need to do is we need to host it. So the banner has to be hosted on a website somewhere. And the program I use for that is called Secure Banner Hosting. And I'll have this link below as well. So I'm a member of this. The guy that owns this site is actually the same person that I bought my websites off. So it's a pretty good site to have. I've got literally, I don't know how many I've got in here. You'll see in a minute. Lots and lots and lots of banners hosted on here. So I think you have to become a member from memory. You may not have to. No, you might be able to do this for free. Okay. Either way, you need, unless you have somewhere, you may already have a site that you can host some banners, and that's fine as long as you host it somewhere. So for this one, for secure banner hosting, we then click on secure your banners, and as you can see, I've got literally heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of them. So you scroll right to the bottom, choose the file, and because mine was the shiny ball syndrome, shiny ball funnel 468 by this one here, and then we upload the image. Let's get rid of that photo. Okay, so once it's uploaded, we scroll right down to the bottom again, and you'll see it now has a web address. So if you copy that and just paste it into a browser, there is your completed banner. It's as easy as that. So now when you go into to setting up a banner, I'll go into one of my sites, Premium Traffic Pro. This is one of my sites. Just bear with me a second while I log in. So it's very simple. You only need a couple of programs. I'm pretty sure they're all free. So you start with a spreadsheet, play around till you get the design that you want. Then you take a screenshot, then you resize it, and then you host it on a website somewhere. Okay, so just log in here. And I'm sure you've done this before anyway about how to set up an ad. So I'll set up a lifetime banner ad, click on here, shiny sales funnel, and I'll just, because it's the second one, I'll call it number 2 because I've already got one in there. And that banner URL from before, that one, we need to copy that and paste it into the banner URL. Now always make sure when you're loading banners into any traffic exchange that you get the banner URL and the target URL the right way around. As a site owner, I approve ads every single day, and it's amazing how many people get this back to front. But the easiest way to check before you load it, I'll show you in a second. Now also the target URL is where they're going to go to when they click on your banner. All right, so for me, I do all my stuff in Leadsleep. I've got lots of funnels, and there is where I want them to go to, the shiny ball system. Oops, just need to copy that exactly. Copy the link, go back into a website and paste it there. So now I have just a name, and that's only for my reference. It doesn't show anywhere else. The banner URL, so where it is hosted, and then where we want to go to afterwards. So just before you ever click on save, just to save yourself some time, because I decline lots of these every day because people just don't take the time to take this step. So just click on this. Just about every website's got one. Click on preview the banner, and there it is. If it doesn't show there, you've probably got these back to front. So just change them around. Just remember that one is the picture, so it'll have PNG or JPG or something at the end, and this one is the website that it's going to. So just another check is go there and then check on this and see if it opens the page, and as you can see, it opens the page that I want it to go to, so it's perfect. Right, so that's set up perfectly, and you click on save, then that comes through, in this case it'll come through to me for approval, and your banner is set up. So it really is as simple as that. It just doesn't get any easier, and we can just check that as well. There it is there. If you need to go back and change anything, it's as simple as that. Remember to check before you click on submit. Okay, so I hope that's explained it good enough for you. It really is quite fun. I have a lot of fun designing all these things for myself. And the thing I like most is that if you've been around internet marketing for any length of time, you'll be seeing the same old banners over and over and over again in all different programs, all different traffic exchanges, the same ones. When I see one like this, I know this is mine because I designed it. It is only mine. I'm the only person that can access it because I'm hosting it. I have it hosted on Secure Banner Hosting. So unless they take screenshots of it, of course, which they shouldn't because that's copyright, they're unique to me. So that's why I like playing around. Even if it takes, honestly, even if it took me half an hour, I'm happy. I've got a unique banner to me, which is appealing. It stands out. It's bright. It's shiny. It's got a nice picture. It's got a curious picture. And the same with, I also have some 600 by 300s where I have some other ones. So there's one for the same funnel with a bit more information. So they are quite fun to do. This is another one of my funnels. So all these ones are ones that I have designed. So they are quite fun. And as I said before, you have free license, free range to do whatever you want, and just play around with it forever until you get it looking the way you want it. And as I said, I've done lots and lots and lots of these, so it really only takes me a few minutes to set one up. I've usually got an idea in my head of what I want it to look like, and I just go to it and then just copy it, save it, and host it. So, okay, so I hope that's showing you a nice, easy way for you to create your own banners. This is Brian Rooney from Scorpio Marketing Group. You have a great day.